Now I have some lovely ladies in the studio with me today, and now I have Emma, and also Kim and Beck from the Hunter Heritage Horse Association. Would you like to say hello, ladies?
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
And we're going to talk a little bit about the Brumbies from the Singleton Army Base and what happened last year with the Brumbies in December. Very sad, very sad thing.
About a week from Christmas, not a very good time for us to take any action against what was impending. So we found out through a leak that an aerial cull was going to take place. On the 14th of December, I sent a proposal to Christopher Pine and Fawcett and Fitzgibbon, showing them we had a solution to stop the aerial cull.
Yeah.
It was completely denied and ignored. Joel Fitzgibbon sort of tried to help us by contacting, Pine and Fawcett as well, but yeah, just nothing worked. So on the 19th of December, I actually sat out on, near the army camp and listened to helicopters and gunshots, and I was with Channel 7 recording, the noises and what have you, and yeah, they completely massacred the whole herd. But the sad part is that we had a completely viable solution.
Yep.
We could have moved all the horses, relocated them, and this could have been put in place much earlier. And
Yep.
It was just the fact that it was there was no transparency, there was no contact with Singleton Council, with locals. They just decided that they would do it. They picked Christmas because no one could do anything about it.
Yeah, and that's a real shame because, you'd had a place where you could have taken the Brumbies
Absolutely.
and saved their lives.
Yeah, we had very experienced horsemen and women that could have captured the horses. We had all the equipment you could possibly need.
Yeah, and the very sad part is I've been a local resident of Singleton all my life, is that they failed the community because there was no regard whatsoever. There was no consultation, as Kim mentioned before. We didn't have an opportunity to save our heritage, iconic Brumbies. We didn't even know that this was going to occur on our homeland. So that was very sad.
Yeah.
Because that's something now Singleton's going to be remembered by, is the massacre of the Brumbies. They were beautiful small ponies, and they would have been easily retrained. I can debunk every argument that's out there that's been given as to the reasons why. It's heartbreaking, and it's affected so many locals at very many levels.
Definitely. I know I was in tears actually leading up to Christmas over it. And all I could think of was those beautiful mares and foals, mares in foal, mares with foals at foot, and just absolute disgust with Christopher Pine.
Yeah, that was just ignored. And just hearing the gunshots, so they were saying there would be one shot to the head and death. But it absolutely was not like that. See, they were hidden. We could not see, and they used that so they could tell us whatever they wanted us to believe.
Yeah.
Which, like Beck just said, we've caught them out on every aspect of their excuses. And to say that they were headshot, like I sat there, I heard the bullets. There was not just one bullet. They were bullet after bullet after bullet. They were firing into a herd, taking
Really
down.
Yes.
That's right, taking them down, and then maybe coming back and firing at them again.
And for the people that don't understand horses and how they move, they are a flight animal. So when impacted like this, they have foals at foot. They actually take flight, so they're running. And from a moving platform, you cannot guarantee that you're going to, as Kim said, get a headshot. Sadly, the bullets went all through them. And then there was no one there to ensure that the animal wasn't injured and left lying to die a slow and painful death, which we believe would have definitely happened. And the fact that there was no authority to go and to ensure that it was humane, which there's no way it could have been humane, is just an absolute joke. And we want the government to be accountable for this. They can sit down there in Parliament and move all these motions to have animals just killed off like this. But this pony population was very small and was easily controlled. And why is it that many years ago the army said, oh no, let's leave them that's okay, that they're fine here, and then all of a sudden when it suits them, just kill them all off. These are beautiful horses, and look, yes, we understand that we can't save everything, but we can certainly try to ensure that things are done at a more humane level. And particularly when there was people, properties, proposals, plans, that we could have come in and taken these horses and relocated them and not had this happen. So it is a tragedy, and it's a very sad event for Singleton, and we want to ensure that going forward the government are not going to continue aerial culling on Brumbies.
Yeah. Now this has set a precedence already. They're talking about aerial culling because Singleton was so successful.
Gosh, that's terrible. So inhumane.
It's a disgrace.
2019, surely we're better than that, aren't we?
Absolutely. You would hope so. And it just goes to show if these if the minister can do this, the Liberal minister can be accountable for, completely wiping out an entire race of Australian wild horses. What else are they capable of? Do they not care about first the animals and even on as far as yes, we love animals, but being realistic, that's our taxpayers' money. So shouldn't we get a right to say, well, hang on, there's pensioners out there, there's homeless people out there. That's far more important to be spending, the hundreds of thousands of dollars in what they've wasted when we would have done this for nothing. To the taxpayer. That is the real disappointing letdown that this Liberal minister is responsible for now. And we do want answers, and we want people to think on their feet, particularly come election time, and not have these people come be re-elected in, because it's not good what they've done.
No, it's disgusting. Really is. So sad. So many people. Sad. So today we're going up to what was the
McNamara Park in Broke.
McNamara Park at Broke. And what are we going to do up there?
Just a public photo, a gathering for anyone that was affected by the aerial culling in December 2018, and it's just more, just a little get together. For Maitland Mercury to publish a story.
Okay, well that's good. They're going to be publishing a story about it. So it's something that needs to be told, isn't it? Really.
For the local people. It gives them a chance to bring it out publicly how they were affected.
Definitely. I know. It was leading up to Christmas, and I was in tears over this.
So it sadly wasn't Christmas.
It was probably one of the worst Christmases here for a lot of people. I remember being so worn out and emotionally and physically drained because we did so much work with the rally. And when I come about this on Facebook actually, and I nearly flipped through it and thought, oh, hang on a minute, no, this is happening here in my hometown, and is this really going to I sort of didn't believe it to begin with, and then as I
I
delved
didn't know
further, I engaged with some very good friends, and Kim being one of those. And we quickly formed an organisation and thought we need to do something here locally because these horses need to be protected. So that's how we come about.
Definitely.
And the sad part was we tried and tried and tried and tried, and it was everything was ignored. Like how does a democratic society work if your voice isn't even heard? Like
that's it.
It didn't matter what we did. Like and it was just ignored, and it's really sad that
It is.
they can't even sit back and listen to what you have to say.
No. Well, that's it. It's just so sad that this has happened, and I can see pictures of these beautiful Brumbies, and aren't they gorgeous? Little pink paint horses there, and greys and lots of different horses. They're just beautiful.
They were amazing.
Such a waste of life, such a waste. And it shouldn't have to be like this in this time and age, should it really?
No, not when there's a solution. Not when there's a solution that costs taxpayers not 1 cent. Not when there's a solution that can remove them safely and rehome them so they can live out the rest of their days. Those little ponies were massacred in their home.
Yeah.
So, that morning, eating, playing, running, foals playing, drinking from their mother, sleeping, and then by the afternoon, they're wiped out.
Yeah.
In the most disgusting,
It was.
unhumane way possible, being chased to death, and run down.
Yeah.
Like a battlefield.
Yeah, definitely. And there were ones that hadn't even had their foals, so they were fully pregnant at the time, some of them.
Yeah.
And just, very just.
And you looking at those photographs, so another excuse was they were so inbred that they were, just not worth it. But you look at those photos, yes, they would be inbred, and so are thoroughbreds, so are a lot of horses, line breeding, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And yes, of course, they would have been inbred because they were in an encapsulated environment, but
they're gorgeous.
they are perfectly conformed. They are,
Yeah.
there's nothing
they're beautiful.
physically wrong with those horses to look at them.
No, definitely. And, so much, they could have had a new home and lived a very happy life and, just...
In a safe environment.
That's it, definitely. It's so sad. Okay, we've got just a couple of minutes till the news. So, would you like to just give everyone the information if they'd like to come down to the park, McNamara Park, this afternoon?
Yes, at 3 o'clock. Everyone's quite welcome for the public photo. Yes, 3 o'clock, everyone.
Yep. Okay, at McNamara Park at Broke.
Yes.
Broke.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay, and I just want Beck wants to say something.
I'd just also like to invite, we're having a meeting, the next Singleton Council meeting, which we are trying to get a letter motioned to go to government so that we can try to successfully stop any future aerial culling. So we'd like to invite people at 5:30 on the 18th, which is this Monday coming.
Yep.
Just at Singleton Council, we just 15 minutes of your time, just basically to make an appearance. If this was something that you didn't agree with, it would be great as we are working with the council and they're open to hearing us, but like everything, we need them and everyone to see how many people were affected by this. So if you can come and show your support, after that we'll be meeting down at the Caledonian Hotel for a meeting and to discuss future upcoming events and things that we're proposing to do to basically help stop this and to be holding the government accountable for their actions.